Here's the thing that I didn't stop doing. I never stopped trying. I never stopped believing that there was this version of myself that was possible. And that might be delusional, but that was the only way that going off the bandwagon and back on the bandwagon, that somehow it actually starts to stick. There is a mentality and old coping mechanisms that are your identity now that have to almost die to be able to bring this new version of yourself into existence. Hi, I'm Kelley Namiro. Welcome to the Balancing Chaos podcast, a lifestyle podcast where we'll talk about wellness, motherhood, and some really exciting things in between. My goal is to help you develop a lifestyle that promotes health, wholeness, and success. Through my conversations with our experts and guests, I hope to inspire you to live a beautiful, full, and joyful life as you navigate balancing the chaos. Hi, everybody. So today, you've just got me, and I'm really excited to talk to you about one of my favorite topics that comes up a lot around this time of year, because we all start feeling a little tired and a little hungrier, and it is the perfect time where you should be grounding and resetting your nervous system. And for so many years, I would try to override those cues, regardless of whatever season it was. If I was feeling exhausted, if I was feeling anxious, if I was feeling not my best, if I was feeling bloated and uncomfortable in my body, I overrode all of those symptoms. And I would intuitively know that it was time to try to get grounded, to try a meditation practice, to try to eat 3 meals a day, to be on my phone less. And I would override it and I would have to start all over again. For those of you who are in a phase that I was in probably 6 or 7 years ago, where I was saying to myself, I'm going to get grounded. I'm going to do this. And then I would override it and make myself busier and jam pack my calendar and be on my phone till midnight. I want you to know that this was not easy for me. As someone who was and still is a recovering perfectionist, it has been a constant battle in my life to slow down and listen to my freaking body. And I was you, I am you. If this is you, if you're new here and you think that, me sitting down for my meditation practice every morning, or me getting the results and the transformation that I've gotten has been easy for me. It has not been easy for me. It has been a decade in the making. And I think that people can look at, the photos of me where I was maybe 20 to 25 pounds heavier, anxious all the time, overwhelmed all the time, and think, my habits look unattainable and that this has been easy. It's a goal that maybe looks like it's out of your reach and that you'll never get there. I used to never, you guys, understand how people took care of themselves. I would look at people who enjoyed exercise. When I had this all or nothing mentality with exercise, it was like I was in the gym at Orange Theory every day doing 2 hours of cardio, or I wasn't working out at all. I would look at those people who enjoyed exercise and could do like only 20 minutes a day, or the people who actually meditated every day, or even a person who would like take care of them themselves in the sense that they would like go get a facial in the middle of the week. Like I would look at those people and think to myself, like, that will never be me. I cannot calm my mind down. I have to work harder than everybody else because my body will not adapt if I don't. And it couldn't be me because I think a part of me didn't have that example growing up. And I believed so much in my conditioning since childhood, seeing these examples, of my parents, God love them. They did such an amazing job at raising me, but they were really type A personalities. And I would think to myself, if I slow down and if I go easier on my body, if I slow down with work, that I'm never going to be successful. And I can't tell you how angry I was at myself every time that I would fall off and lose my meditation practice and screw up and have to start all over again. And I felt like I was in a worse place than I was before. But here's the thing that I didn't stop doing. I never stopped trying. I never stopped believing that there was this version of myself that was possible. And that might be delusional, but that was the only way that going off the bandwagon and back on the bandwagon, that somehow it actually starts to stick. And I had to be delusional because I had the limiting belief built into me that it's about the number of hours that you work and that it's about, resting is lazy. I had those limiting beliefs built into me. And it's really hard because there is a mentality and old coping mechanisms that are your identity now that have to almost die to be able to bring this new version of yourself into existence. And if you really know in your heart that eliminating stress is critical to getting the results that you want, to losing the weight, to getting rid of the overwhelm, to calming down your nervous system and feeling like you're not anxious all the time, to having more energy every single day and not relying on caffeine all the time. If you know that eliminating stress is critical to that, then you have to let that old version of you go. And you have to believe in this new identity of you that is possible, this future version of yourself. You have to redefine your definition of success and let go of what everybody else's definition of success has been and been projected onto you for the longest time. That's really what helped me. And what else helped me is the science. When I understood that high cortisol actually makes you gain weight, it makes you brain foggy, it makes you irritable and anxious, it makes you have sugar and salt cravings. That science helped me to close that gap when my brain wanted to go back to the old coping mechanisms of perfectionism and being busy. And so if you're here and you are trying to get grounded and you feel like you've tried this before and you feel like you've tried meditation before and you've tried to slow down because you know the benefits, or you've tried working out and eating well, but you revert back to junk food and laying on the couch, know that the 100th try and, you may be feeling hopeless, there's nothing to be ashamed about trying again, because this could be the time that it really clicks. I bought all of these meditation programs. I tried to nourish myself and I fell back into counting calories and over-exercising. I failed so many times. Let me be your example that it's cool to try again. I believe in you, and you have to hold that vision for yourself and let go of the really comfortable things that are all tied up in who you are now. I've lost certain relationships. I've gotten into healthier friendships. I have said no to things that are not serving me. I've shifted points in my career. I've lost weight. I feel more calm than I ever have before. Grounding yourself does a whole lot more for you than it appears to. It's going to change your life. I really hope that you are enjoying this episode. I want to take a quick pause and invite you to come deeper with us if you're ready to explore the root cause connection to the symptoms that you're feeling. Whether you're bloated, exhausted, maybe you have brain fog, you can't lose weight, the WBK Health and Hormones course and our WBK membership and app are here to help you feel like you are empowered to take charge of your health and understand the real why behind you feeling how you do. And we give you the methods and protocols to heal with sustainable solutions. Right now, through Labor Day, get 10% off our annual membership on the WBK app with the code Balancing Chaos, all one word, BALANCINGCHAOS, and 20% off the Wellness by Kelley Health and Hormones course, and an emailed lab review with the code Balancing Chaos 20. That's BALANCINGCHAOS 20. These protocols in the course have meal suggestions, journal prompts, and supplement guides to help you heal whatever area of hormonal balance you're struggling with. With our membership, you'll receive a library of content and new workouts, recipes, and meditations every single week to keep you consistent and to allow your body to come back to its most vital state of being. Okay, now back to the episode. The first step to creating the life that you really want is getting grounded. Being grounded allows for less stress, better sleep, weight loss, mental clarity, emotional stability, stronger relationships, more energy, more creativity, less inflammation, better decision-making. It is the fountain for you to be able to call in the results that you want to achieve and the dreams that you desire to create. But we live in this modern, crazy world where it is all too common to lose touch with our inner self. And we get swept up in the daily chaos, leaving us feeling scattered and unbalanced and disconnected from our core and our who we are actually at our heart. There is this really powerful key to unlocking the results that you want in your body and in your mind, and that is feeling grounded. And I probably sound like a broken record, but being grounded is the bedrock upon which you're going to build your health and wellness. It serves as this anchor that allows you to manifest your goals and dreams with clarity and purpose. I feel like when I was stressed out all the time, I didn't even really know what I wanted. I was looking to all of these other people on Instagram and kind of absorbing all of their different thoughts and energies and kind of pulling that into myself and be like, okay, this is what I want. I want to be this person that I'm seeing. And it was completely disconnected from who I was and what I wanted. And whether your aspirations are centered around weight loss and more focus and more, physiological things, or you want to have a truer, deeper connection with your true self. You want to know your life purpose. You want to understand how to take that next step in your career. It all begins with being more grounded and being more rooted in your life. And so we have designed this very carefully curated 7-day reset to invite you to embark on this really transformative journey into a more grounded life. I know that at first, the idea of slowing down for so many of you, just like it was for me, just like it is for so many of my clients, is going to feel really uncomfortable. But the key to your results lie in a calm nervous system and rediscovering what your actual priorities are. Are your actual priorities your health? Are your actual priorities your career? Are your actual priorities your family? Well, then why do you have a calendar that is stacked up with so many things and a to-do list that is stacked up with so many things that don't involve those 3 priorities? And those might not be your top 3 priorities. That's up to you to discover in this reset and in this week that you're taking for yourself. But you have to look at that and say, what are my actual priorities? And that's what a grounded nervous system allows you to do. Because oftentimes when we're so stressed out, we're running on autopilot. I want you to lower your levels of stress so that you can come into balance in your body. Chronic stress is, like I said, widespread in our American society. It's something I see in 95+% of the people I work with. It is fueled by this fast pace. We have financial pressures. We have this digital overload. We have a completely inadequate work-life balance. And this persistent stress fosters this self-perpetuating cycle where elevated cortisol levels intensify the stress, and that further complicates the health pursuits that we want to achieve. Elevated cortisol levels are a consequence of chronic stress, and they create this barrier to achieving the results you want. And so I know I said that for me, knowing the science really helped me to bridge that gap to actually showing up for the habits and activities that I knew would ground my nervous system. So I want to share with you guys some of the science. So you guys may have heard me talk about on Instagram, cortisol promotes an increased appetite, fat storage, blood sugar imbalances, anxiety, mood disturbances, brain fog, low energy, increased irritability, and even lower fertility. What is happening is that your body is no longer feeling safe. Cortisol is one of the primary hormones involved in your body's fight or flight response. And when this hormone is high for extended periods of time, it signals to your body that there is an ongoing threat or stressor. And as a result, your body shifts into a heightened state of alertness and preparedness. And in this state, there are some changes that happen. You have an increased heart rate. Your muscles start to tense up and they become ready for action. Your breath starts becoming more shallow, so you're not breathing deeply. And ultimately, that's what's leading to a lot of people feeling more anxious. We're not fully able to relax because our breath is so shallow. We have digestive discomfort because our digestion slows down. It becomes disrupted, leading to things like indigestion, stomach pain, diarrhea, constipation, because blood flow is diverted away from the digestive system. We have anxiety and nervousness because high cortisol ultimately makes us feel more anxious because of all of the stress hormones that are flooding our brain. We have suppressed immune function because the body is more susceptible to illness when cortisol is high for an extended period of time. And these physiological responses are actually designed to help your body respond to immediate threats, like escaping from a predator. If we were living thousands of years ago when we had to run away from tigers. But now we're stressed out all the time because we are eating our meals with our phones in our faces. And we are waking up and we are trying to answer emails first thing in the morning before we have a chance to slowly move into the day. We are saying yes to every opportunity thrown at us. We are watching the news all day long, trying to emotionally and mentally process what's going on thousands of miles away, when we are barely even capable of processing all of the information within our own personal lives. And our bodies remain in this heightened state of alertness, which leads to chronic stress and chronic unease. And it becomes really hard for our bodies to return to a state of rest and relaxation and overall well-being. And so my approach with this reset that we are offering you guys this week prioritizes deliberate, unhurried movement through yoga and Pilates, trying to bring your body back to that state of calm. Simultaneously, we focus on soothing your nervous system and decluttering your mind through mindfulness meditation. We nourish your body with grounding, blood sugar balancing, protein-packed recipes 3 times a day. Each day in this program is designed to guide you towards a profound sense of being more grounded. And as you commit to slowing down and connecting more deeply with your body, you're also going to notice this remarkable sense of lightness that starts to take place. It's a lightness that you are not only going to feel in your physical being, but you are going to feel it in your mind. It is this clarity that is like a fog lifting. It is like revealing the world in sharper focus. And as we move through this next week, you're going to experience the transformative power of being grounded and living that firsthand. You're going to feel lighter in your body because your body doesn't want to hold on to weight when you start to let go of the stress. You're going to feel more focused. You are going to feel sharper in your thoughts. You're going to feel more creative, all because your body is going to feel safe again. And with a clear mind, you will find yourself making decisions that align more with your well-being more effortlessly. You are going to choose better foods. You are going to make time for yourself. You're going to stay more focused on your goals. And by the end of this 7-day journey, you're not only going to feel the results, but you're also going to see them. Maybe it's going to be your skin is more glowing, an extra spring in your step, a more calm and confident way that you're carrying yourself. You might notice that your clothes fit more comfortably, that you're in a better mood more of the time, that you have better ability to concentrate on things that are actually what matter to you, that are actually your priorities. I want you to know, if you're going to join us in this next week, that I have curated this week with care, picking out my most grounding workouts, my most mindful meditations, and really nourishing meals that are designed to help support your adrenals and your blood sugar. And I hope that you'll emerge from this experience feeling more deeply connected with yourself, lighter in your body, and this newfound clarity that propels you towards your goals and aspirations. And I'm so excited to have you join us in this transformative journey, living more grounded, because we're going to create space for you and for your dreams to flourish. And it all begins with grounding. And I think that as the state of the world has changed so rapidly in the last few weeks, it is now more than ever that we can take time not only to care for others, but to care for ourselves, because we cannot serve anyone, whether it's somebody who's grieving or take action in a way that feels helpful. We can't serve anyone from an empty cup. And so not only are we going to ground ourselves, but knowing that half of the proceeds that we make from this as a collective are going to serve the people in need in the Middle East, I think is a very powerful intention to set off this next week with. Embarking on this week with wellness in hand, finding our foundation for grounded living, feeling the transformative results, and also having the intention of this love that we're cultivating as a group going out to other people who need it most. And so knowing that the reason that I decided to do this is because of that common thread that I notice amongst everyone before any of this craziness in our world happened, this feeling of being overwhelmed and burnout all the time, that lack of grounding, that we are so frustrated and constantly coming up short with our health and wellness goals. That is why I started this. And then this incredibly devastating news of this war between Palestine and Israel. It's just absolutely heartbreaking. Our nervous systems need to feel safe again in order for us to feel good in our bodies and in order for us to, again, serve the world that we want to serve. And so the reset is really going to focus on getting grounded in your mind and in your body. And it's a real opportunity. I want you to remember this, just like I said at the beginning, for you to get out of your comfort zone. Because for so many of us, we think harder is better. We think we should eat less and exercise more to get the results we want. And so if those are limiting beliefs that you are coming into this with, you are going to be challenged to slow down and to offer yourself deep nourishment. And when you challenge yourself outside of your comfort zone, that is when change happens. I want you to remember that this is not a strict diet. This is my favorite way of eating because it actually promotes longevity. And it has been what has actually given me the best results in my physical body over the years. So once the reset is over, take what you liked, leave what you don't. But what you're going to be doing over the next 7 days is how I personally live my lifestyle. This is your opportunity to find what works for you, to have more energy, less bloating, a weight that is easy to maintain, a mood that is stable, because it's all coming from this grounded state. So coming from somebody who was chronically overwhelmed, I know that it can be really hard to make good choices for your body when you're constantly stressed. You don't have the capacity. You don't have the willpower. You don't have the mental energy to make good choices for yourself. You choose the sugary, high fat, overly processed option because it's going to give you energy and it feels comforting. That's the truth. And your body does not feel grounded. And so when we know what our priorities are and we're living in alignment and connection with our intuition, it's so much easier to make better choices. It's so much easier to make choices that are going to benefit your health, and your nervous system feels safe enough to actually lose the weight or to stop eating when you feel at peace and full. And so it's through our thoughts, it's through our actions, it's through self-discipline that we're able to cultivate feelings of confidence and trust our bodies. And so this is your journey. This is your time to tune in. This is your time to eat clean. This is your time to listen to your body and your mind. And as a note, everything that you need for this reset is in your reset packet. So if you purchase the reset, your grocery list, your meals, your workouts, your meditations, your journal prompts, it's all there for you. It starts tomorrow. So get the groceries you're going to need. Preparation is your key to success. You can go into the reset. There are videos for you. There is an intro to meditation. There is journal prompts that you should be doing today or tomorrow, where I talk about the recipes in greater details. I talk about the importance of certain things within the reset. I want you to know, if you feel challenged at all during this reset, lean into that. Growth and transformation are on the other side of your discomfort. I know food is hard, but remember, the more grounded your nervous system is, the less likely you will be to go to food for comfort because you're bored, because you're stressed, because you're anxious, because you're irritable. You're going to grow so much over these next 7 days. And I know we all can use this, including myself now more than ever. You're going to learn so much about yourself. I do every time I make the decision to look inward. You can't know what you want to call in or create until you're fully grounded within yourself. And I cannot wait to see this more grounded and aligned version of you. And I will see you on the other side. Good luck, and thank you for joining me. I hope that you loved that episode and that you found some helpful tools and insights to help you heal and come back to the most vital version of yourself. If you did, please rate, review, and subscribe to our show. That's the best way to support us. You can follow me on Instagram at Wellness by Kelley and sign up now for the 7-day free trial of the WBK app and our health and hormones course through Labor Day. When you do, you'll get 20% off of the course and 10% off the annual membership. For the course, use the code BalancingChaos20, that's BALANCINGCHAOS20. And for the membership, use the code BalancingChaos, all one word. In our course, you'll get access to an emailed lab review, plus protocols that are built out to help you heal whatever hormonal imbalance you're struggling with. For our membership, you'll receive a library of content in our app with low-impact workouts, blood sugar balancing recipes, and mindfulness meditations, all designed to help you balance your hormones naturally and feel like your most beautiful, joyful, and vital self. Thanks so much for joining me. See you in the next episode.